Hello everybody and welcome to my quick just review of Mega Man 11. First thing to say, is it good or bad? It's good. It's very good, very enjoyable. The first thing I want to quickly talk about is it is fairly short. I think I beat it in like 3 hours on one of the easier difficulties, so oh yeah, that's a thing. There's difficulty levels, which I think is really good for Mega Man, because if you suck like me, you can play on easy difficulties and just have a good old time. And if you want a challenge, you can play some of the harder ones. I imagine on the harder difficulties it does live up to, you know, Mega Man's difficulty. You know, it's famous difficulty. Let's go with that. That works. It's quite short. However, it does seem like it'd be very easy just to be like, I'm gonna, you know, play a round of Mega Man today. Just play a little bit over and over again, which that's good. That's good. It's a very enjoyable game. Like, there is a shop in the game that, you know, you can buy upgrades and items, and I don't know if because of this made the, you know, my little nitpicks, you know, is why they're there. Like, the slide seems too short. Like, when you get hit, you stagger too much. There's just little things that, like, you know, I feel like there's probably upgrades in the shop that reduce that. In fact, I think I remember the stagger. There was one slide, I'm not so sure, I can't remember. But it does seem like that might be a thing. Like, it was things that got changed that didn't really need to. Like, the stagger is ridiculous. Like, it's like a full second you can't move. It's too long. And also there's the door drop that everybody was talking about when the demo came out, where when you go in the door you drop instead of just staying where you are through the door. Again, it's not a big deal, but I just don't see why they changed it. A little bit of a you know, why did you do that? That was like a Mega Man staple. Like, everyone jumps through the doors. Like, whatever. I guess I should talk about the weapons and stuff, surely, and the gimmicks of the stages. The weapons, I was a real big fan of. I liked the rock one, where it just spawns rocks and makes them fall. I can't remember the names. I'm sorry, I'm a failure of a person. But that was good. The acid shield was good. I remember that one. The bouncy ball one was good. So like everything was pretty good, but there wasn't one that like really made me go like, wow, that's really good. Like the like Metal Blade, Black Hole Bomb, I like it wasn't one that made me, you know, really, you know, that's really good. Although I did like the fire one that like went down like a meteor. That was a good one. Stage gimmicks, honestly, they're very, very good. Like, one of the stages I thought I wouldn't like was Bounce Man, because bouncing, I was getting flashbacks to Spring Man, which I didn't like. But no, Bounce Man had some really good creative, like, you jump from higher, then you land on the trampoline, you go higher. It's just common sense, but it was good. I liked it a lot. I also like that you can break an enemy's shield with a charge shot now, and it like makes them stagger back with their shield. Like, I'm talking very positive about this game because I've liked it a lot. Like, I really liked also another thing I liked, there's gonna be a lot of this, just the graphics and the art style. Like, if you put it side by side with Mighty Number 9, which I think I'm gonna do like right now, it's on the screen. It's like night and day, isn't it? Like, I saw a quote on a website and it was like, Mega Man 11 feels like Capcom actually cares again, and I'm like, that sums it up. That sums it up great. To be fair, Capcom were doing pretty good recently, between like this, Resident Evil 7, Devil May Cry 5, if that's really good, it looks it. Like, Capcom's on point. They're doing good. Another thing to note is there is an actual story in this game. Like, story centers on Wily wanted to create I think it's called the Double Gear system, which I'll talk about later because it's actually a mechanic in the game as well. While Dr. Light wanted to make the you know, independent thought robots like Mega Man and all that. So you know, it's a fairly simple story, and it just like builds on that, like that gimmick or whatever. But it's simple but effective, and it's a lot more enjoyable than I'm gonna compare it to this a lot. It's a lot better than Mighty Number 9's story. which again was also simple, but it was like it just didn't work as well. You know what I mean? Like this was probably more simple, but it worked better. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because the game functions better. I'm not really sure, but buy this over Mighty Number 9, even if even if Mighty Number 9 is cheaper, essentially. But I guess I'll talk about the double gear system quick. It's probably the biggest addition to this game is the double gear system, where by pressing one of the R1 or L1 or the bumper buttons, whatever you call them, I don't know what it is on the keyboard. If you're playing this on keyboard, you're weird. But yeah, you press the bumper buttons, and one of them will slow down time, which is really useful. Like, really useful for dodging stuff. I used it a lot. I used it a lot more on the other one, which just like powers up your buster. And then when you get low on health, you can use them both together to make you super powered, essentially. And again, it's another one of the things, like, I don't know why they added this, but it does add another layer, and I like to use the slowing down time one for things like boss fights. Boss fights especially, I liked using it for. I really hope this game leads to more Mega Man games, as like there's no like Proto Man and Bass aren't in the game, and like that was something I guess I was a little bit disappointed about that. But you know, if this sells well, which I hope it does, which is the reason I bought it day one, is because I want it to sell well. I hope it leads to more Mega Man games, like Classic, X, Legends, like all of that. I hope this starts a resurgence for Mega Man. Like, I really hope it does, because God, everyone knows he deserves it. But I guess it's time for my final rating of the game, and I have decided to give it a very solid 8 out of 10. The only things really holding it back are the little nitpicks that I mentioned earlier, the quite low short length, which can't really do a lot for Mega Man game. It's just little things that was like, okay, it's not perfect, but very enjoyable. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that for more reviews and other good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.